Hi everyone, it's Diana the Doll Fairy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing and customizing a very special doll. This is a Mini Dollfie Dream, the first I've ever owned, a doll made by the Japanese-based company Volks. Dollfie Dreams are quite expensive, but are of great quality. I've always thought that they look the most like the physical embodiment of beautiful anime characters of any doll I've ever seen, aside from smart dolls, which are also amazing. I've always been really quite enamored of the look of Dollfie Dream dolls, and I am so excited to finally own one. This one is a Mini Dollfie Dream, so she's around 43 centimeters tall and has a childlike body sculpt. I opted to get the Mini mostly because of space. I didn't want her to be too tall. Plus, the childlike quality makes this doll look unbelievably cute. You can buy complete dolls from Volks, and some are even based off of popular anime characters. I personally would have loved to get Hatsune Miku. But alas, these are limited edition and you have to actually take part in a complicated lottery system in order to get the chance to purchase one. And they are insanely expensive with the full face-up, outfit, and accessories included. I instead decided to buy the Mini Dollfie Dream body, a blank DDH-10 head, these lovely turquoise animatic eyes, and a wig. I'm going to be giving her a face-up myself, which is a little scary, I must admit, and making clothes for her somewhere down the line. That's probably what I'm most excited about, making her lots of cute outfits. When I first opened up this doll, I was really paranoid about messing her up. Dollfie Dreams are known for becoming easily stained by dark fabrics because of their soft vinyl skin. So I decided to wear gloves just in case, because I didn't want to mess anything up, at least at first. You can see that, as I said before, this doll has a rather childish body, with a small bust and an almost roundish look to some of her body parts. It's very different from the dolls I'm used to. In fact, I've never had a doll this size that was this well articulated, so this is kind of exciting. Here I'm just playing with her joints a little to see what her posability is like. Her head also has a somewhat childlike look, if you can get past the slightly creepy empty-eyed stare that she has right now. The eyes I got for her are not only my favorite color, but they're also really large and take up most of the eye hole. This will give her a really cute, innocent look when she actually has a face. This wig I got actually kind of looks like my own hair, like very, very similar. I didn't really do that on purpose, but this doll might end up looking like a super cute anime version of myself. I wonder what that says about me and how narcissistic I am. In real life, I had to wait a couple of months before I was able to work on her face up, but thanks to video magic, we get to skip right ahead to instant gratification. I looked up photos of lots of Dollfie Dreams and custom face-ups done by other artists, and I found some really beautiful face-ups that I liked that I saved to use as a reference as I was working. I decided that even though this girl is a Mini Dollfie Dream and will look cute and childish, I also wanted to give her really pretty and glamorous eyelashes. I want her to be the perfect mix of innocent, sweet, and also really, really pretty. I start by giving her head 2 good coats of Mr. Super Clear outside with my respirator mask on, and then I begin on the outline of her eyes with a light brown watercolor pencil. I was really careful and slow about this because I really wanted it to turn out perfect. I tried not to be lazy about any part of this face up and mercilessly erased anything that didn't meet my standards. This doll was much too expensive to just rush through her face up just to finish her, so I took my time and I was careful about it. First, I made a basic outline and then I started filling it in. Since this is an anime doll, the lashes can be pretty thick and dramatic. This whole area will be filled in with color, first light brown, and then working our way up to the darkest browns, closer to black. I've never been able to create eyebrows with pastels the way many face-up artists do. I tend to use pencil because I feel like it gives me more control. This part was also really crucial because the eyebrows influence the expression of the face a lot. So again, I'm going for innocent, happy, and tranquil. I very often pause to hold up the face to the little mirror that I have on my table here in order to check the symmetry of what I'm drawing. Without that, it's very hard to tell whether both sides match up just, with the naked eye. Phew, finally onto some blushing with pastels. I used pink to blush her face, starting with the insides of her ears and behind her ears, and eventually to the main part of her face. It's all quite subtle because she has very pale semi-white skin to begin with. I use makeup brushes depending on what kind of blushing I'm doing. I want her to have somewhat rosy cheeks, so I put the most color there. I'm pretty sure I sprayed her face here. Not sure if I had already sprayed it again before this or not. And now I'm going to move on to the next layer of brown on her eyelashes. I'm basically filling in the area I had colored in before with the light brown, but I'm leaving just a hint of the lighter brown visible around the edges of the darker brown. I've noticed this effect in others' face-ups, and it gives the color greater dimension and depth, and it doesn't feel like it's just one shade of brown or black or whatever. The ends of this eyeliner area have little wispy lines meant to indicate eyelashes. This is another thing I see in anime and in anime face-ups that I really wanted to get just right. I'm speeding this up a lot because in real life it took me forever to do this really carefully. I know it looks so simple, but it took such concentration. I'm really liking how it's turning out so far though. I'm really proud of how symmetrical the eyes look. More blushing. I really like using Q-tips to smooth out, rub in, or soften the color. The mouth is giving me some trouble. I wanted to give her a gentle smile by subtly indicating the upturned corners of the mouth. I've seen this on other face-ups and it looks really good, but for some reason it's not really working for me. I kept trying and failing and erasing it. In the end, I kind of gave up on my original plan and relied mostly on pastels to indicate her small smile. And now the scary part, adding the lash lines. I think I sprayed MSC again before doing this part. After sketching in the lashes, I went over this area with a darker brown again to make it darker. This is really exciting because it looks nearly finished now. Some finishing touches, just being a perfectionist about it, adding more blush. I wanted to add tiny little highlights on her cheeks to amp up the cute factor. They didn't show up much with pencils, so I dabbed on the tiniest little bit of white acrylic paint. And she's finally done! And it's time to put her all together. This is really exciting. By this point, I had literally been waiting months for the moment that my doll would look complete. Unfortunately, putting the eyes in her head with the eye putty, which is really a lot like sticky tack, was a lot trickier than I thought it would be. I tried to do it on camera, but after a while realized that that wasn't really gonna work. It took me a lot of trial and error. I eventually figured out though that if you put in a blob of putty first at the bottom of the face and then position the eye there, then you can get that right and then secure the eye afterwards with more putty around the eye. Finally, when the eyes are where I want them, I replace the top of her head and attach her head to her body. And now for her little wig cap and wig. Oh my gosh, in this shot you can see how perfectly it matches my own hair. Like, it's really close. Since I haven't made any clothes for her yet, I covered her up with some pretty fabric for a quick photo shoot. And here she is, my Mini Dollfie Dream. Do you like her? I really love her. I'm so happy with how she turned out. I guess it's because I put so much time and effort into giving her a face, but I feel really attached to her already. For some reason, I've been thinking for a while that I would name her Mimi. What do you guys think? Does that name suit her? What other name suggestions do you have for her? Let me know in the comments. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Oh, and one more thing. I'd like to make a Q&A type video soon, so leave your questions below in the comments. You can ask about my methods of doll customization, other types of art I like to do, about my personal doll collection, upcoming projects, my favorite characters, or just about me in general, whatever you want, so ask away. You can also DM me your questions on Instagram if you'd like, at Dollfairy. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!